News 46 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 46 is also brought to you by Humana, serving the community. Please stop in at 1397 South Loop Road on the corner of Loop and Highway 160.
Tonight on News 46, the commissioners discuss political signs in the county. And the Wild West Extravaganza and Bluegrass Festival is almost here. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
A bill amending signage in the county was discussed by commissioners. It's Wednesday, May 2nd. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. The Board of County Commissioners had an item on their agenda addressing a bill proposing to amend requirements for political signs.
The BOCC report is sponsored by Jim Marsh Automotive of Las Vegas, Kia, Chrysler, Jeep, and Body Shop.
Discussion and deliberation to adopt, amend, and adopt or reject Nye County Bill 2018-11. Bill proposing amend Nye County Code 1704-770 signage requirements, amending the section relating to political signs, providing for severability, constitutional effective date thereof, and setting effective date. Again, this is only for political signs.
There are a couple of changes I would like to make on record, if I can. They're not big. They're not material changes at all. On page 3 in the definition, I would like the definition to read...
oh, yeah, I had that.
Of what?
Any display or billboard used for the purpose of appealing or opposing, directly or indirectly, any candidate or political measure during an electoral campaign. And then...
While we're on that one, can I just interject something? Because I had a problem with that, and I have a problem with the word billboard. Because further on, we discuss how big the signs can be, and they're like 3 by 4, and any billboard we have is obviously bigger. So I think we should strike billboard out of that also.
Read into it exactly what you want.
Okay. Political signs. Any display used for the purpose of appealing or opposing, directly or indirectly, any candidate or political measure during an electoral campaign.
Okay. I got that.
And the second change is very minor on page 5, section, sorry. On page 5, section D1, subsection A, we're going to be adding after the word pavement and appropriately secured to the ground.
Okay. Those are the only changes? Yes. Motion to adopt.
I have an issue with the fact that this only applies to political signs, considering that the majority of it looks like we're doing this for safety purposes, and therefore I believe it should apply to all signs. If you could amend it to apply to all signs, I would be happy to support it. Otherwise, I'm not going to support it if it's only for political signs, because that way it appears that we are just discriminating against people that are running for elections. Thank you.
We're presently involved in rewriting the whole sign ordinance, and those will be taken into account. The reason this is being done is because, theoretically, most of the political signs that are out there now are illegal. This makes them legal. That's all this does. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 5-0.
A presentation to explain development opportunities were offered by the Nevada chapter of the American Planning Association at the last Board of County Commissioners meeting.
The BOCC report is sponsored by Jim Marsh Automotive of Las Vegas, Kia, Chrysler, Jeep, and Body Shop.
Nevada chapter of the American Planning Association, Nevada Leadership Program, UCED, regarding February 27 Nevada Planning Guide and Professional Development Opportunities offered by the chapter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the Commission. For the record, Fred Steinman, S-T-E-I-N-M-A-N-N. I'm an assistant research professor with the University Center for Economic Development, part of the College of Business at the University of Nevada, Reno. And I also currently serve as the chapter secretary for the Nevada chapter of the American Planning Association. And on behalf of both the chapter and the Center for Economic Development, it's my pleasure to present each one of you here today, and of course in Pahrump, your very own copy, printed and bound copy of the February 2017 Nevada Planning Guide. The Nevada Planning Guide is the culmination of about 2 years of research and update to the chapter's existing Planning Commissioner's Handbook that was originally written and published in 1999. And given the development and activity in the state, we felt that 20 years was too long to wait to update the Planning Guide, so we published the Nevada Planning Guide itself. The chapter is the state chapter of the National American Planning Association, and both the chapter and the Center for Economic Development at UNR, we both share a similar educational and outreach mission, and specifically in the world of planning and economic development, really to provide educational opportunities to Nevada's elected and appointed officials, government executives, and members of the public when it comes to various issues related to planning and economic development. And really the guide itself, which is available on both the chapter's website and the website for the Center for Economic Development, is really designed to do just that, translate Nevada economic development and planning law into understandable words and concepts and best practices that individual communities can employ throughout the state. In addition to the printed and bound copies of the Planning Guide I have here today, in the guide is also some additional information about the chapter, our upcoming annual conference, which will be in Las Vegas this year in partnership with our brothers and sisters at UNLV in October, as well as some information about the Center for Economic Development and some of the professional development training opportunities we offer through the Nevada Leadership Program, which is part of the center. I know we're right up on your 11 o'clock public hearing, so just again, thank you very much for the opportunity to present you the Planning Guide and some information about the center and the chapter.
Thank you. Any questions?
No, a comment. When I read your backup in here, I was tickled to see Skip Canfield on your board, so I'm good to go with it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a brief comment. I noticed too that this would be good for people to read. You know, it goes through the whole history. They first adopted planning laws in 1921, and in 1924 they revised them in 41 and 47. They revised them again in 2013 because planning is like those things, living documents, and they need to be reviewed a lot.
News 46 will return in just a moment with the details on this weekend's Wild West Extravaganza.